Oh, I saw that one. I saw that one.
You
Well,
were
at least
almost
it
there.
wasn't- At least it wasn't a one. Pretty epic style.
Ooh, boy, howdy. I love going grocery shopping.
Boy howdy! And then I throw a
Hello.
javelin at Dust. I throw
Guys,
a javelin.
This stream is brought to you by NordVPN.
No, this stream is not brought to you by anyone, actually.
It's brought to you by the lack of a character playlist.
It's brought to you
There
by
we
lack of
are.
love.
My mic is now
Lack of
coming
love
through.
is brought to you by lack of love.
Lack of love is brought to you by lack of playlist. Playlist on the app store.
Playlist.
You know, my absolute favorite thing about my microphone is how consistent it is.
How much I
Yemen?
hate you.
I'll die. I'll die.
Also, is Children of the Forest meant to be playing?
Yes, it is.
Okay, epic stuff. I'm gonna double check that before I scale it, you know.
Can
You what?
can one of you give me a recap of last session? I'll roll a d4.
Turn it
if you
down!
don't.
Turn it down, Dust!
I mean,
I don't feel like
It'd be
it.
funny if you did.
No.
It'd be funny if you did, honestly.
It'd be silly goofy.
It'd be silly goofy. I just hope it's not me.
I can roll a d4.
I mean, I can just do it.
But don't, you,
it's
already,
more
you already
fun.
have an inspiration. You haven't even used it from last session.
What if I double it and give it to the next
You
person?
can't do that.
You hate me. Okay, roll a dice then. Roll a dice then.
All right.
Yeah, go on. I hope the fuck it's not me.
That's Kovac.
Thank the fuck.
There we go. Okay, well, I'll just do it, and I'll just say give it to fucking Mal because it's funny. But in the last session, wrapped up the business at the mansion. Let Cassian have a horrifically gut-wrenchingly sad moment with the fucking grave of like people, and I was sad about it. I was fucked up. Wasn't there in character, but I was fucked up about out of character.
Oh, bud.
We headed back to the tavern, got our paycheck, told the Fae they can move back in, and on the way out, you know, we got harassed by these red cloak sons of bitches, right? Beat the living shit out of them thanks to a help from the Craggletooth from the shadows, deciding to pop out and be like, "Hey, bitch,
That's
it's
the
me."
name of my memoir.
Craggletooth out of the shadows and beat the living fuck out of them. Took one of their like uber powered like sending stones or whatever the fuck, and we got the fuck out of Dodge. I got the unarmored members of the party their fucking armor, thank god. Oh my god, now they will stop going down, hopefully, fingers crossed. And Mark now has a cool little knife. Now we're heading on our way to Nice Seat, which begs another question, Dust. How long after the death of Messity Maldor are we going into Nice Seat?
What a great question. You'll have to find out in character.
I hate you, and you want me dead.
Too bad none of you know about Massadir Maldor to
Yeah.
be able to
Well,
figure this out.
Wait. Will Cassian remember?
Was Cassian there for Massadir?
Yeah,
Yes,
Cassian
yeah.
was
Does
one of
Cassian-
the paladins, like, right when...
Does Cassian know that
Oh.
Massadir died?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so, actually.
Also, for posterity's sake, does that mean that Shasta gets the inspiration? If I ask you to give the inspiration to Shasta, will you give the inspiration to Shasta?
You know what?
Yep.
Roll a d100.
Okay, I'll roll it.
Yay!
I can't wait to use the inspiration on
Yeah.
cleaning.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, take it.
Mop, you can have the inspiration.
I'm gonna use it for
funny.
cleaning windows later.
Use it for a comedic thing, and then the debt will be repaid.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
I want you to know, I realized that I hadn't started my obsidian, so I'm starting one.
Oh, I'm not even gonna bother, man. I
Well-
know I would forget about it.
Is the
It's-
music good volume, Shasta? I did turn it down.
Yes.
Lovely.
Fuck.
Also, be sure to announce the stream, Smile.
Thank you. I'm actually gonna
I
go
got
back.
you.
I'm gonna go back to the BRB screen so that I don't leak my DMs with people.
Oh. You don't leak you and Shasta's DMs again.
Yeah, I do it a lot. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I've actually posted your social. on Twitch.
You did
Oh,
that?
God.
You
I was
did
gonna
that?
DM you, Dust, for a funny, but I don't even know what to DM you.
DM him just a smiley face.
You know what? You're so correct. There we go.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. But while I do that, I have put the map in the side chat for you guys to interact on. I believe you guys should be there.
Oh, I am. I'm sitting beside the scribe.
I'm fucking
Just two
sleeping.
ghosty boys. Just
Taking a
two
long
ghosty
rest.
boys.
Taking a long rest.
I'm also taking a long rest.
I'm EP as shit, gamer. Yeah, Kovok is, this absolutely terrifying, imposing, for like this shithouse of a human being, quote unquote, and he. Fact, true, canon, even real, as they say.
I didn't know the Gangnam Style just started playing in my kitchen.
Stop. Stop. Leave 2012 and 2012. Play. I believe that was 2012. Was it 2012?
I have no idea. I'm gonna go look that up right now, actually, because I'm
I'm
curious.
filming for time, so I'm gonna search it up.
Gangnam Style.
It was one of the
2012.
years ever.
Yeah.
2012.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are.
Fucked up.
Yeah, 2012.
That's so fucking weird.
I just
Was on
closed the
vacation.
stream.
We are back. There we are. Let me take us onto this map.
Yippee.
I think you're all here.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Wait, where's Mop? Mop is in
Mop's
bed.
asleep.
There they
I'm
are.
a man.
Yeah, not bad.
So
Yeah.
Let's do them in bed.
it is about a 3 days journey from from Coronal over to Niceseed. So you have essentially 3 days to do whatever you would like on this carriage. Amaya is going to just sit outside for most of it for no apparent reason. They are feeling generally distant, and that isn't just a thing of, they're not here to play them. I was actually told by Ellie to make it clear that they are being distant.
No, I'm joking.
But yeah, I mean, if Mop wasn't in here, it'd be, she'd be the only odd one out, really. Out of the if Mop wasn't here, because Mop is also here. There's 2 odd ones out.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think let me change the ambient lighting
Oh
a
my
bit.
God.
We'll put
Oh
it
my
to
God.
dusk. I will
Oh.
turn on lighting.
NQP Dusk.
There we are. So I'll say right now you guys are
Ooh.
sort of at the end of the first day in terms. You're just fucking going crazy in the bed.
I'm jumping on the beds.
In terms of
Cuddle
like
up.
what you do when is completely up to you, but you guys have essentially 3 days to do whatever you would like while you are traveling. And I will open it up to you, to whoever would like to go first. If each of you have something and you're afraid to talk over somebody else, I will roll another d4.
Yeah, I mean, does the scribe have any books around here by any chance? Would he have?
There is an entire library with a piano.
Oh, okay, well, epic style. Yeah, Kovak's gonna sort of better. Not a very bookish type, but he's still gonna try and look for anything that might give him a little bit of insight into the whole, glowing pendant magic thing that he all of a sudden just seems to be able to do. He doesn't know what he's looking for, but just anything that really points to magic
Okay.
might be helpful.
Roll an investigation check. It's gonna need to be pretty high, unfortunately.
Oh no. Okay, well, it's my -2.
That's a 5.
Nice.
You're sort of looking around at these books, and you're kind of amazed by the what's it called? The diversity here for like what is here. There's There are a couple books on magic that you find, and they appear to be sort of basic rundowns of all of the different kinds of magic. One of them seems to have a bookmark in it, the book for enchantment magic. There are a couple history books. There are a couple like personal journals that you think were probably written by the scribe himself. But you can't seem to find anything specifically. I think the issue is you are in the headspace of you're looking for something that is very specific to you, and you're not keeping your mind open for the vagueness of what this might actually mean.
That would be real, yeah. But I mean, at some point, I think his curiosity is going to sort of, you know, it's going to defer from what he was looking for, and he's going to kind of look at the. Did you say journals, personal journals?
Yeah, there are quite a few journals.
I was gonna just pick one at random.
Okay.
And just flick through it if you can. See if you can make sense of anything. He only knows Common and Orcish, so it's not written in either of those. He's fucked.
It is written in Common. Actually, when you look at it, you don't know what language it's in. You just know that you understand it.
What?
Roll an Arcana check.
You're fucked up for that one. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Even with a 9, I don't think you understand exactly what's happening, but you understand that whatever text this is magical. And you know that it's not necessarily in any language, because it's most likely in every language that this is written in. The scribe scribes for people to read.
Cobble's gonna sort of very, very slowly close the book, and he's just gonna think to, like, outside the day farms. He's gonna think to the fact that the scribe was just able to pick up the note that we'd found, and then just, like, read shit on the other side effortlessly, and he's just gonna be like, I don't fuck with mages, and puts the journal back, and I don't want to hold on to that for too long.
And a whole story.
And then,
sorry, continue.
no, you're all good. But he's gonna sort of like kind of look at the bookcase a little bit defeated. He's probably sitting down right now, actually. He's gonna reach down to the lowest level. He's gonna feel a little bit disheartened, but he's gonna feel better when he crawls over to Biscuits.
And Biscuits immediately begins to rub against your leg.
Yeah.
And sort of just like move in between you little by little, and then just kind of lays down by your leg.
And then I'm gonna take a short rest with Biscuits.
Okay. Alrighty.
Who wants to go?
Do I need to roll a d6?
No.
I can go.
Okay.
Unless you want to go, or you go.
I want to go. I want to go.
You go.
Okay.
You go.
I sit there on my bed with my little feet kicking.
Aww.
Just kind of thinking about what to do, and Mop remembers something, and she decides to summon a familiar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You cast Summon Familiar, or Find Familiar. What, I feel like, if I remember correctly, I need to ask you, what is your familiar?
My familiar is going to be a little white rat.
Just a tiny white rat.
A little white rat.
You begin to sort of recall some of your old magic and mix it with your teachings. And with one hand, you make some sort of strange symbols. You speak some arcane words, and you hold your other hand out, and then a shimmer of this sort of translucent blue light flashes, and there is a tiny white rat in your hand that looks up to you and starts sniffing the air.
I have no idea what I'm gonna name you. That's pending. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll ask some of my friends. But you are currently my friend.
It crawls up your arm and sits between the space between the neck and your shoulder.
Mop is very happy about it.
Aw. Crackleteeth
And
is just
kinda-
like watching.
It gives a little scritch on the shoulder, a little scritch, just absent-mindedly. And you can go to somebody else if you want to.
Okay. While I actually go to somebody else, I'm gonna make your little familiar NPC so he can interact.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Okay. I need to go and get dinner real quick.
Heard.
I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Don't wait. Don't wait for me because I don't know when I'll be back.
Crackletooth, did you have anything you wanted to do?
Crackletooth is going to explore this caravan
Absolutely.
and also make a mental note not to eat the white rat.
All right. You sort of exploring around, you see a giant bell with a hammer in the middle, a few tables with a map, clearly like a dining room. Over here, actually, there appears to be some slight construction going on. The flowers are still there, but there's like several boards of wood and a hammer and nails and stuff, as well as like some metal pipes of some kind. It looks like someone is trying to make a kitchen of some kind over here. It's only just begun, but
Okay. That's solid. Then. Yeah, no, she's just kind of looking around.
yeah. You see everything moving outside as well.
She's gonna come in and like pretend to read over Kovak's shoulder, but she can't actually read. So, she's just like nodding her head wisely, like, ah, yes, good reading.
True. True. I mean, I think I was sort of giving up on the whole reading aspect. He's just very busy, just busy. Just patting biscuits. It's his last day on Earth. It's not going to be. Touch wood. Hopefully not. But
Zach donated 300 bits. I don't know if this is the murder jar, but I feel like I need to make.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I'll just put it in the neutral jar because I do also have a live jar.
So I think it should go in the live jar, actually.
I think you should go in the live jar, and I think I'll be taking it alone.
Is that the murder jar, I'll mean, like an arbitrary number, just for hypothetical sake, has like 500 that you would need for it, and then the live jar has double that amount, and the neutral jar, at the end of the day, I just roll a 50-50, and it goes into one or the other.
Oh, that's horrifying, actually. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. And
It's evil.
you
It's
die
evil.
if I put you in the murder jar, but it's okay.
It's evil and
Oh,
fucked
okay.
up.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly.
We have to turn around. We left Amaya behind.
Mm,
We're not in the house.
Do you see the door opens a little bit over here as Amaya just kind of leans in and looks over at you?
My bad.
She closes the door.
Oh, never changed. Never changed.
Goodness gracious. And I'll say as we sort of progress onward throughout the day, about 2 days later, it'll kind of hit nightfall. Really, this little section is up to you guys with how long you want it to last, with any little bits of roleplay you can do. I've actually done this before. You can also, I might create a little RP chat that you guys can use. That might be fun. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud.
Oh.
But as of right now, time will continue to pass as you guys approach Niceseat. And as you approach Niceseat, the sky will grow just a little bit overcast. Appears it might rain sometime soon, or at the very least, it's going to be cloudy for quite a bit.
Is there a chance of meatballs?
Can they be Italian meatballs?
Can I be
A
Italian
land-
meatballs
A
on Italian
landmine
herbs and
takes
cheese?
us Kovak.
Anti-tank mine. No, but did Cassian want to do something? I think Cassian did, but I think C
I
might
think
be.
so. I think so, but I'm
Alright.
I'm.
All right, I'll fill for time in that case. Can I roll the pet cat?
Roll animal handling.
Okay, epic style.
It's
Yep.
lower than usual because you because you're already friends with the cat. Yeah, you pet the cat.
Can I
God.
also roll to pet cat?
Okay.
Can
it's
I
gonna be-
help?
You just use your action to pet the cat. You can't help.
You hate me and you won't be dead.
Yeah. Kraggletooth, you can roll the pet cat, but it's gonna be higher because it's cat.
Well, I'm still gonna try to roll
Yeah.
to pet cat.
Animal handling.
Roll.
Oh.
The cat doesn't hiss at you or nothing, but you go to pet it, and then it immediately like kind of stands up a little bit, and then moves diagonally towards Kovak, and then let's go pet him.
You roll an insight into why he's being so cagey.
Sure.
11 is my number today.
Yeah. New person. Wow. Actually, yeah. You rolled 3 in a row.
That's wild.
It's like it's just a new person that's small. Like they don't know this one, and they've already got accustomed to the new people.
Kova can see the wisdom in Biscuits' distrust. I mean, I think after everything that happened in the mansion, I don't think Kovak's going to ever trust any halfling that they come across. You know, just on business. He's going to stand on business on that one. But I mean, fair enough. You know, small people can be terrifying sometimes, like Kraggletooth.
Small
Yeah.
person.
Chaos Bolt.
Kraggletooth is going to pout as the cat moves away and turn to like Kovak, searching for like reassurance, and just go, "I did nothing to him. I have done no things, and he just hates me."
I mean, I think it's just a matter of he just wants to get to know you a little bit. He's been with us for like, he's gonna very, very blatantly count on his fingers. He's gonna hold up 7 fingers, and then he's gonna say 5 days. Yeah, 5, and then he puts up another finger. 8, 5, 8. I can't remember.
Kraggletooth like counts, and you can see like she's also trying to count his fingers, and she's really working her brain hard. I think that's 7.
I don't know. It was one of the point is, I just don't think he's used to you yet, because we'll have plenty of time, and then within no time, I'm sure that Biscuits will be waking you up in the morning.
Biscuits?
Yeah, Biscuits. I don't know if it's his actual name, but we've taken to calling him Biscuits.
Oh well, now I want to pet him more.
Biscuits.
This
Yeah,
is bad, right? You realize the cat hates me, and I want to pet the cat. This is terrible.
Cat doesn't hate you. He's just a little bit cautious, and that's okay. I mean,
Well, he
I'm cautious.
doesn't like me.
Not yet, but you will.
Can I bribe the cat?
With?
Is that do we have like 5th or something? Can cats be
Do we?
bribed?
You are currently landlocked. There is no reality in which you have fish.
Dashtia letting me down again. Fucking
on.
big surprise.
No.
Thanks, Dashtia. Oh, that's fucked up. I mean, Can I persuasion check the cat?
The cat is going to stand up, and do like a big yawn, and then they're going to walk away.
Oh.
And as you sort of watch them walk, they go out this door, then they go this way, and then they sort of stand up and push down this door, and then you guys feel the carriage stop, and then you watch the cat walk by this window into the forest.
This happens sometimes, and Kovak just sometimes he needs to go out and, you know, do whatever it is cats do.
I
Because-
don't know what cats do.
I don't know what cats do, but sometimes he just needs to go out into the forest, and the scribe just stops for him a little and just is like, yes, little cat enrichment time.
Okay.
So yes, that it happens occasionally. So don't worry if the carriage stops. It's not like we're being attacked or anything. And if we are, then we beat the shit out of them.
Oh, I'm good at that one.
I'm good at that one. We're very good at that one. You and me.
We make a great team.
We make a great team. Have you ever thought about standing on my shoulder?
No, I haven't. Would I fit on your shoulders?
I mean, and Koak's gonna sort of just like, because he's sitting down. He's gonna sort of like size it up between the shoulder and the. Is it 3 foot tall? Goblin?
About
Yeah.
a little under 3 foot.
Little under, and he's gonna be like, I mean, it could work. I'm not too sure. I mean, you just have to.
I mean, we
hang on.
can try this. And she just starts like going in to try and climb up on his shoulders.
Very
Go.
important note, by the way. Mom was making spaghetti. Continue.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'll make sure
And
to
yeah,
add,
I mean,
what's it called? A kitchen later.
Yeah,
I just got back. What's going on?
Oh,
Mom was making spaghetti.
yeah, and we're filling for time. We're currently seeing if Crinkletooth can reliably stand on Kovok's shoulder as Kovok like
Mhm.
slowly stands himself up
Okay, that's
Um,
funny.
to see if the War Machine and Rocket Raccoon gif is real.
Mm.
Yeah.
And how's that going?
I want to say that it works. Almost just makes me roll. 'Cause he hates
I
me.
also want to say it works.
No, it just works.
Well, Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And he like takes a few precautionary steps around the room as well, just to like sort of gauge Crinkletooth's balance while he's moving.
Craggletooth is getting the hang of it and doing just fine with that.
Ah, hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we were filling time for you, see. So we
Thank
know
you so
that
much. I'm so sorry about that.
No,
we're
you're eating food. Fine.
we're more than happy to shit post.
Okay, no, I think. Thank you. I think I'm okay now. If you guys are done doing your wee thing, but you can keep going if you want.
No, I totally done.
No, go for it.
Cassian, you see Biscuits jump back onto the carriage, and then the scribe give them a little smile, and then begin drawing the horse again as Biscuits runs back in here. Oh, really quickly, Mop roll a d20.
Alright.
D20 for spaghetti.
Oh, do you want
Oh,
to
no.
do you want to use your inspiration?
You use
Yeah,
your
when he's
inspiration.
yeah.
Is it the rat? Is it the rat?
It's
There we go.
14. So yeah, I'm gonna say that the rat is pulling at your non-existent hair because you're a kobold. At
Yeah.
your horns, they're pulling at your horns.
Yeah.
Ratatouilleing the spaghetti. It's pretty good.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's pretty good.
I'm turning this caravan
I
around.
thought it was to see if Biscuits was gonna run after the rat. Honestly.
No, that'll happen later though.
Oh, okay, thank God.
But we move to the front of the caravan. It's the second night, so you think you will be in Niceet tomorrow. And you are sitting here alongside the scribe, Cassian.
I think Cassian would have like watched Biscuits like jump up onto the caravan and run in, and then they'd look to the scribe. So, how long have you owned Biscuits for?
I don't really own Biscuits. Biscuits snuck onto the caravan one day, and I didn't really want to kick them out, so I decided to keep them here.
Good for company then.
Very good for company, especially with such long time.
I'm sorry, I looked at the chat there and I'm fucking bored.
More.
So, I don't think we've both had a proper chance to chat, I guess, right?
He shakes his head.
See, Cassian's like trying to figure out, because they're curious, like how the scribe came to be, because the scribe, like you've said it before, the scribe looks quite similar to Cassian, right?
Yes, I think the only difference is that the scribe doesn't have any like visible wounds or scars, and
Yeah.
feels much more like an apparition than
Mm-hmm.
like a tangible corporeal ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, Cass is just trying to figure out if it would be, like, a bad thing to mention or bring up or just ask about.
He
So,
seems to have a smile on his face.
okay. So, how long have you been around for, if you don't mind me asking?
He he smiles and he kind of looks upward, kind of like thinking for a moment, and he says, "You stopped counting the years after a very long, after the amount that I've lived. But I would have to say, at least in the tens of thousands."
Oh, wow. I'm not saying anything bad about that, of course. I was just surprised, I suppose.
No, no. I know. I knew you were going to ask it. I would have stopped you if I didn't want to tell you.
You had a feeling I was going to ask?
He chuckles. Something like that.
Oh. Cass is just gonna be quiet for a few wee moments. They're gonna, like, look away to the side, then they're gonna look back at him. They have, like, this small smile. Am I really that predictable?
He chuckles again and he says, "Cassian, do you not understand what a seer of the moon is?"
Cassian's gonna, like, open their mouth to answer, and then they just immediately shut it.
Everyone, for me, is predictable. But not in the sense that they're easy to read, in the sense that quite literally their actions are predictable by me.
Oh.
Because I can predict them.
Yeah, that's fair enough. No, I was just curious, I guess.
You've been up for only, what, a year, maybe?
What do you mean by that? Like, you're not wrong, but
No,
how did you know?
I see a lot of things. All the time. I tend to be
Yeah.
in the places where I'm needed.
Like us with the Legion back there?
Indeed.
And Cassian's just gonna, like, be quiet for a little bit. They're, like, wringing their hands together. So, you know what happened at the manor back there?
He nods, but he doesn't say anything.
Right. I apologize. I think I had more questions, but I can't remember them right now.
In due time, I will be here to answer them. As long as you have them, of course.
Yeah. Let me actually... Fantastic. Cassian's gonna, like, just sit for a wee moment. Roll for spaghetti. Cassian's gonna just sit for a wee moment.
Coopers.
Dude, you said you knew, you know a lot of things, right?
Indeed.
Do you know... They're gonna, like, just look off to the side for a wee moment, trying to decide if they're gonna ask the question because they don't know if they want to hear it, or hear, like, the possible answer for it or not. Do you know, then, why I came back?
stops for a moment, thinking. You see the smile sort of fade from his face, not in a frown, but in more of an inquisitive, like, contemplation. I do not know the whims of my lady. I do not get to speak to her very often, as none of her followers do. But I do know that she is the one who brought you back to some extent, because she is the one who brought me back. The lady can see things too, far beyond, but it is like a river. One with many possibilities, shifting and winding. I can only imagine she saw a purpose for you that you had to fulfill.
Oh,
What
right.
that purpose is, I do not know.
I think they're gonna just sit and process that for a few moments. Probably, like, maybe a minute of silence passes before they just look back up to the scribe. Does that mean that when I fulfill that purpose, I mean, I'm assuming that you're still fulfilling yours, right?
He nods. My purpose is eternal. I am to scribe. I am to keep record of that which does and does not happen, so that people do not make the same mistake twice, whether they be in relation to my lady or not.
Does that mean that if mine isn't eternal, I'll be gone someday?
It is
If
possible. There is ways to seek your mortality while in this state, and I do not think the lady would have brought you back and expect you not to do that. She knows and I know that's full well a possibility.
Yeah.
If you wish to fulfill your purpose and move on past this mortal plane, you can do so. But I imagine if you don't, you've been given a very rare second chance. You just need to find out how to utilize it.
I think, the brief moment of, like, worry that Cassian had about, because they have been around for a year since their death. They probably have gotten used to the fact that, you know, they are what they are now. Death has always been something that they have, like, feared and worried about. The thought of, you know, after having the second chance that could be taken from them and they might just leave one day, that scares them. So I think they're just gonna fall quiet for a little bit again. And then I think they'll just nod. Part of me always hoped it was, you know, her doing that I came back. I'd like to believe it was. If she brought me back for a purpose, I'll absolutely see it through. I guess part of me's just, you know, worried that if I do that, then I'll have no reason to be around anymore.
Well, there is the purpose the lady has given you, but you don't know what that is yet. Neither do I. And it doesn't seem you know what your purpose is either, the one the lady hasn't given you. If I was to give you any sort of advice, I would say to find out what those two things are and make a decision based off of that.
Alright, okay. Cass is just gonna pause for a wee minute and then they're gonna just smile to the scribe. I thought you said you knew mostly everything.
I know everything that's happened, and I know the possibilities of what can happen. But I like to be truthful with my work, and I find that quite often with groups like this one, assuming what they are going to do next is a foolhardy errand.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I did not think that going into a forest full of undead, and killing a halfling was on the regimen, but it happened.
Hey, fuck you, man.
Kovac just peeking around the door.
Kovac doesn't know how this is happening, but man, if he knew, he'd be like, he'd be a little, at least a bit pouty. But anyways.
Real. Yeah. No, I appreciate, you talking to me about that. That's something that I've, probably been thinking about. It's nice to have that closure, I guess, just to have a reason why I'm still here.
Indeed. Let us hope that you are content with that reason. But, at the very least, you know that you have one.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna head back inside. I don't want to bother you any longer. Thank you, though.
Of course. I'm here to talk anytime. I get rather bored being by myself, drawing the carriage.
I can come back out some nights if, you want to just talk. It can...
I'm quite used to being alone these days. It does not bother me. But company is always welcome.
Yeah, I understand that feeling. But yeah, I'll tell everyone else that you said hi.
Of course.
Okay. And Cass is just gonna give the scribe like a very grateful, tired smile, and then they're just gonna step inside and close the door.
Yep. And as you step inside, you smell spaghetti. It smells pretty good.
Damn.
Spaghetti.
No.
I imagine that when Cassian steps in, they also see just Kovac and Craggletooth like walking around, getting the hang of artillery Craggletooth. I believe is the correct term.
Yes.
Artillery.
They just like round the corner and just see this, and then they just stop and backtrack a bit and look in. They just look in and they're just grinning a wee bit. Are you two having fun, or what's going on here?
This is gonna be awesome.
Kovac is very, very carefully minding his steps while he does it, and he gives a little thumbs up to Cassian. He's moving quicker than he was before when they started, so hey, they're making great progress already.
Craggletooth probably has like one hand on like Kovac's head, and when she gets a little like wobbly, that hand definitely does tighten a little bit. Not trying to like grab his hair, but like a little bit like grabbing his hair. But like for the most part, she's balanced pretty good and she's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's not the worst injury Kovac will ever sustain, so hey, all well and good.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, he's just dicking around, and when he takes a moment, and also smells the spaghetti.
I made spaghetti.
Mop, where do you bring the spaghetti?
Mop's got, a really big pot of spaghetti, pulling it the best that they can with, some like oven mitts or whatever, and they're bringing it over to the table.
All right. And I think as you bring it over, your familiar is going to run in here and is going to start like biting at your pant leg, Kovac, and like pulling.
Oh.
Oh. I thought I was gonna go and pick a fight with biscuits, honestly.
No.
And Kovac's gonna look down at the rat. The first instinct is to belt it. However,
No.
how Angie does it?
It pulls, and then once it sees that it has your attention, it stops, and it backs up, and then it like lifts its head up and like moves its nose like motioning over here, and then starts to like trot this way.
And as Kovak moves the two of them like in that direction, he sort of whispers to Kovak, "Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's a little fucked up, yeah.
I didn't know that. Let's communicate."
Roll a dexterity saving throw, Crackaltooth.
Oh!
Okay.
Right, we'll stop here.
Oh.
You absolutely hit your head on the door frame.
No.
Krag always goes down to just like sitting on Kovak's shoulder, like holding her head and like glaring at the door frame for just existing, honestly. Like, come on, man.
Cass like flinches, like seeing Craggletooth just hit her head off the door frame.
You see,
Are you okay?
I will be.
well, you see your little rat run forward and sort of like nuzzle against you for a moment, and then it runs this way. And it just starts scratching on this door, and eventually Amaya will open it. And we'll see everything going on in here, and we'll walk in.
Eventually. Yeah, Kovak's gonna just let Craggletooth, you know, hop off and onto the seat next to Mal.
Yeah.
I like to picture that when Craggletooth like sits down, they like do a sit and jump, they just bounce a few times.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, family dinner. Get the scribe in here. It's family dinner. Where's Dad?
Where's Dad?
Yeah, go grab some plates and shit. Some plates. Bowls and shit. Brings everybody. You know, unless, yeah, you know, you know the deal.
Yeah.
Puts out an extra one for the scribe.
Okay. Does anybody go and get him, or do you just leave him outside?
I look at the rat and I go, "Go get him."
And the rat like sits on its hind legs and gives a salute, and then starts to run this way. It runs once I get a token for this, it'll be better. And then scratches on the door, and you only hear him scratch for like a second before the door opens. And the scribe will come on in, and looks over to the couch, being the only thing that's open, and kind of chuckles a little bit. And
Spaghetti time.
And looks at the spaghetti very hard.
I made a lot. I made a lot for leftovers. Well, maybe not a whole lot for leftovers, but I made sure that everybody gets seconds at least.
Oh, Mom, this is class, buddy. Thank you.
Go eat. Please,
roll to
eat. He's hungry. Roll to eat.
Mom, you know, it very daintily puts a little napkin on the lap, and you know, rolls up their sleeves and starts twirling the spaghetti around a fork the proper way. You know.
I need to roll something real quick.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, Craggletooth like picks up the fork and tries to eat the spaghetti with a fork. She really does try, but it doesn't go very well, and she gets like one strand of spaghetti, and at that, she just like tosses it on the table and just goes in with her hands.
I like to imagine at one point you're like going to grab like a meatball or something, and you just cannot get the fork to pierce the skin of the meatball.
Exactly.
Like, it just keeps bouncing off of it.
It just moves, and she just gets to the point where she's just like, you know what? No, fuck this, and just in with her hands.
And Mappa leaves out a teeny tiny plate, right? A teeny tiny plate, and puts like a couple of strands of spaghetti on it, and invites the rat up to eat.
Oh.
And the rat will sit up next to you with a little teacup, like this, you know, like the little teacup plates.
Yeah.
With like the small things of spaghetti on it. And we'll just pick up a strand with its hands and start biting at it.
I'm gonna cry. I love this rat already.
I don't know what to name him. I was thinking Snowy, but I don't think so. What's he look like to you, Phillies?
Why was the first thought that came to my mind was Snuffles?
Snuffles. I'm not naming him something So,
Yeah.
You already the scribe says you already have a biscuits. You could try gravy.
It doesn't really seem like a gravy type. I mean, look at him, and I point to his like delicate white fur.
I mean, there is white gravy.
I suppose, but usually it's gentle. It's not very well meaning, you know. It's not very good.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Maybe something a little more stoic though. You know, something very formal. I think.
You could name him Arthibald.
Arthibald or Archibald?
Yeah, Arthibald. You just said it. You can nickname him Arthie for short.
I'm not sure.
Cass is just like trying to eat their spaghetti without choking on it.
The rat makes.
They're laughing.
The rat looks over you, Mop, and makes like a face to the best of its ability.
I'll figure something out. Ooh, I'll name you Argyle. What do you think about that?
The rat like tilts its head and looks up like thinking, and then it nods.
All right.
He said
That's a good name.
Argyle.
Argyle.
How do you spell Argyle?
Argyle.
Argyle.
Yeah.
Argyle, shut up. See, that's funny.
All right. I've made his little quote unquote character sheet. I just need a
I'm so
token for
happy.
him, which I'll get later.
You know, rats are actually very, very clean animals.
Oh, aye, they are.
They get a bad rap because of, you know.
They get a
Wait.
bad rat.
No.
I want you to know that laugh was in character as well.
But, you know, make sure to introduce yourself to Argyle. He will be my friend, and he will be a very, I'm not sure, I hope helpful.
I'm sure he will be.
It's just a dude. He's a guy, dude.
He's just a little guy.
This familiar, do you want him to classify as a celestial, fae, or fiend?
Fey rat.
Yeah,
Fey rat.
Fey
rat.
Okay.
We call him Fern.
Oh no! I'll cry. I'll cry right now.
Right.
Incognito. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Why would you name him Fern?
His name's Ken. Ken Patrick.
Was that you fucking numpty?
Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, Kovak's too easy. You're like too busy eating spaghetti. He's sort of zoned out of the conversation. He's enjoying the spaghetti a little too much, I think. Good spaghetti. It's been living off rations for a while, so this is good. Anything home cooked.
Sorry, there's no Parmesan. I forgot to put that on the list.
Kovak gives like a wave of the hand that's like, it's like, don't worry about it, but it conveys that I literally could not care less. This is the best thing I've eaten in like months.
Oh man.
It's actually nutrients, you know? It's not dried meat.
Does anybody need anything to drink?
Oh, I can get it if you want to just sit and eat.
No.
No.
Yeah. Mop is oh, where have I gone? Oh. Yeah, Mop has gone to get a pitcher of water.
I like to think the mob was gone before Cass even started to talk.
Comes back with some glasses.
Thank you, buddy.
Of course.
All right. And I think you guys will have a wonderful little dinner.
Amaya's just sitting there the whole time, like Violet from The Incredibles. Just like
Yeah.
picking at her food. It's so disinterested.
Yeah, I think, like, she's doing that at first, and then at one point, she eats her food very, very, like, delicate and very, like, she has a lot of manners. but she does it very
Dainty.
quickly, so she could just finish up, and then she sort of like just wipes her mouth and then does not say thank you, and then
Oh,
gets
no.
up.
Rolled.
That is fucked up. I'm having a chat with Ellie when they get. No, I'm kidding.
Mop doesn't look upset about it.
And then gets up and pushes in her chair. She does, however, take her dish and goes to clean it out.
Oh, I could.
Then
Okay.
just real quick, is Amaya wearing the chain shirt?
The chain shirt. I would say, while you guys are here, no. Because
Okay.
you would just have to be wearing the chain shirt for like 3 days. But you saw her with it before. Most likely,
Thank God.
Like she is wearing it. Just not at this current moment.
Good, because Kovok still has fucking like just stress headaches from the little fight outside the day farms. He remembers that. He doesn't want to repeat. So yeah, hopefully that'll change everything. But yes.
Mop's holding up a fork and just holding up, like a fork full of spaghetti. And looks at the scribe and says, "Are you alright? You haven't touched any of your..." And just frozen, looking between them and the spaghetti.
He's sort of looking at you, and he looks at the spaghetti, looks up at you as well, and then he's gonna make a check.
This might be funny.
No, it means he's gonna be blunt. He says, "Mom, the spaghetti is wonderful, but I cannot taste things, and I do not need to eat."
That's right.
If
Cass is gonna like pause. Sorry, continue.
I'm so sorry.
no, do not be sorry. In the many years of my life, I have been able to develop an appreciation for consumables, even if I cannot consume them myself. It is very wonderfully made, and I will make sure to save this for one of you for later.
Thanks.
No, Mop, thank you.
Cass just like swallows a mouthful of like spaghetti that they have, and they're just gonna look to the scribe. I don't need to eat, but I can taste it, which is strange.
Indeed.
Considering, yeah. They're just gonna like tap the plate a little bit with their fork, like looking genuinely curious as to why that is. And then they remember that the scribe did say, no, they're gonna remember that them and the scribe are kind of like different, if that makes sense. Yeah. So then they just assume that that's what it has to do with it.
Actually, if you want, Mop, you can roll an Arcana check.
Okay. I will do
Arcana?
that. I like rolling dice.
You do.
I like rolling dice. I like the sound they make.
Wow, that's so crazy. We like
13.
roll dice.
I think with the 13, you can tell that there is also like a magical nature. It's not just the fact that he's a dead thing. It's a good point that Cassian brings up. You think that just in general, many of his senses are dulled in favor of strengthening other ones. Mainly sight.
Well, I'll stick around and wait for everyone to finish so I can take their plates.
Well, joke's on you, bitch, because Kovok is going to take his plate.
Oh, but I could take that.
I mean, I'm happy to take it. I'm standing up already.
Okay, just don't wash anything. Just leave it over there.
Okay. Thank you, Mom. And
You're welcome.
he goes and he sets the plate down in the little sink, the sink surrogate thing, whatever the fuck's been built.
It's like it's probably literally just like a wooden wash tub.
Yeah.
Just
Is it just a basin on a table?
Yeah.
places it in the little basin. Places the little fork, the little twines on top, and he's gonna maybe give a small little goodnight wave. Not really say much, and then just fucking
Tell you
I
what,
just
this
watch
is
you teleport.
some,
Ah.
this is some riveting spaghetti roleplay.
I love this. I genuinely love this.
Giddy uppy.
I've never got to like roleplay like anything like as like fun as this, which is funny to say.
My favorite episode of Lack of Love is when they talk about spaghetti for a
Long time.
Don't you love when spaghetti?
Do you lack all my love to like spaghetti?
Spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
You see,
fuck.
the scribe kind of takes, he kind of looks at it and is like trying to decide how he wants to store the spaghetti. And kind of looks to you for guidance.
I guess I'll just you can put it back in the pot. Just cover up the pot, put it somewhere.
Yeah, he shrugs, and he will do that.
Thanks for sitting with us, at least.
Oh, of course. I enjoy the company.
Cass is
Well,
just gonna give,
obviously,
like, a
my
smile.
company is incredible.
He chuckles and he says, "It is, Craggletooth, it is."
I hope you
She
are
smiles.
all okay with spaghetti for breakfast tomorrow as well.
I mean, that sounds fun.
Sure.
I do not want this
I-
spaghetti to go bad. I just realized there is no way to store this.
As long as it's food, I will eat it.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay.
We appreciate the work you put into it, Mop. Thank you.
Yeah.
This in
no
particular is it is better food than I've had before. So
Oh. Well, that's good. I've never really been in charge of the kitchen before. Not gonna lie. Mostly just in charge of the cleaning of kitchens. Didn't really do a whole lot of cooking at my old job.
I think you could have done really well with it.
You think so?
Oh, I've been around a while. I've tasted a lot of stuff. This is really good.
You see, Argyle has a small spaghetti noodle in his mouth and is nodding up and down.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I guess maybe I'm good at cooking. I
Cass
guess.
just gives like a single nod, and they've just got this warm smile.
Well, if you want me to, I will take your plates now.
Do you want me to give you a hand with anything, Mop?
No, but thank you.
All right, bud.
Mop will take your plates and head over to the kitchen, quote unquote, and clean.
Yeah.
Carly's gonna
you-
grab one more meatball from the pot and then pop it in her mouth and like go over to the room.
Mhm. You can see that Amaya's plate and fork are clean.
Mop just kind of smiles at it and cleans everybody else's stuff.
I'm trying to remember whose beds were which, because I don't want Cassian to take the wrong bed.
I think it changes every time.
Okay, fantastic. Which one did Craggletooth? It was that top one on the left, right?
I don't know, but Craggletooth is just taking this bed now. It might be Amaya's. If it is, too bad.
You don't cry about it.
Yeah,
Kinda-
basically.
Mop will,
Cassian likes to sleep against the wall, so they're probably just gonna take this one, honestly.
Mhm.
Mop will just kind of half shout across the house. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Scrap.
Of course, I hope to join you for breakfast as well.
Okay, I hope so too.
And then after that, assuming that is all anybody wanted to do, you will all go to sleep and wake up with the new day dawning. When you awake, the carriage is moving as normal. Thankfully, the person who's taking you can be awake at every hour of the day. So you guys are almost always moving. And I think when you wake up, you have another spaghetti breakfast. It's wonderful. If you want to roleplay more spaghetti breakfast, we can.
No more
Um,
spaghetti.
No more spaghetti.
Run out of
No.
spaghetti. We hit the bottom of the pot. There's no more spaghetti.
There's no more.
And then all of you will find yourselves there. The sky is heavily overcast. It's gray, but the carriage, after about midday, has stopped. And you can hear the sound of rushing water. And as you look out, you can see a moat and a bridge and a massive city with a massive amount of buildings. And I will take us to a different map. I will take us to Nice.
Let's go.
Oh my god, guys, we're in the
Yippee!
great
Go!
city! We're in
Real
the great
nice city.
city!
I would
Oh my
like to thank
fucking
Zach.
God.
I would like to thank Zach for making this map.
Oh.
It took him several weeks.
Oh my god, Zach.
That's
Zach
insane.
is Zach 8.
Indeed. Let
No
Oh,
me.
Wow.
That's so cool.
I will put the party token where you guys are, right down there.
Yeah.
Fuck the Halcyon Guild, dude. Is that a Bridget reference? It's crazy.
You guys are sort of at the gate. Hold on, let me just do a silly little thing.
It's so imposing that I had to actively look for the party token.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, where is the wait?
like bottom left.
Bottom left. Oh wow. Okay, there we are.
I'm mesmerized. I'm sorry. This is so cool.
And yeah, there's like this kind of amazement. You can see when you look out that Amaya is like talking to some of the people outside, trying to sort of gain entry, and there's some kind of agreeance. And then she sort of looks back to the carriage and sees that you guys are awake, and then walks into Nicey.
Oh.
Well, okay, fucking yeah. All right, slow down, maybe.
I suppose maybe. Does that mean we're not allowed to take the house with us? The carriage?
And the scribe will sort of walk up behind you all, and you can see like he has like the sort of humanoid form that seems much more lively, if not just pale and tired, that begins to like fade away. And he says, "Unfortunately, yes, we'll have to leave this outside for the most part, but I will stay here to take care of it. I might be able to bring it inside. We were able to bring it inside Dacia ever so briefly, but it is probably not wise to push in too far, especially near the Grand Cathedral."
Are you gonna come with us, or are you gonna stay with it?
It would be best if I stay here with the carriage, but if you need me, I will not be far from here.
Oh, aye. Okay, well, stay safe.
Of course. I've stayed
Who are
safe
we,
for this many years already.
Yeah.
What are we looking for again?
I believe, if I remember correctly, Josiah had asked you to find someone in Nicete, a priest of Kaisen,
Okay.
that was researching a strange phenomenon that was beginning to take place here.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
I think we might. He kind of looks up to where Amaya's, gone off to. Is like, should probably try to catch up with her. I think we might make that little run.
I would recommend that you split up and look separately. Amaya will catch up to you, I am sure.
Okay.
Oh, grimaces at the idea of splitting up.
We could go in twos, maybe.
No,
I call green.
If you if you would like, all of you can split up, but I was mainly referring to being separate from Amaya.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I was okay.
I still call green.
Yeah. I mean, if you think it's a good idea, and he looks to the other three. If not, I'm happy to move as one. Obviously.
Well, I guess it's whatever we're all comfortable with, right? I don't mind either way.
That seems like a lot of people in there.
Yes, and I don't want to get lost, because then how do we communicate with one another when we're in all these different spots. I've never really been in the Grand City, I don't think.
I don't think I've really been in many cities. So
I mean, I went here when I was a kid one time.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there's a place that sold like these wonderful bread thingies.
I was in a place called Nice 8 once. I don't know if this is the same one, though. So, we're choosing not to split up then?
Yeah, I think that
Yes, please.
going together is a good idea, yeah.
Yes, please.
Alrighty.
And so, you'll begin to push through. Immediately when you guys enter the city, each of you roll a perception check.
Oh shit, I don't have my thing up.
Alright.
How do I get it up with my...
Okay, that's pretty good. You can double click on your portrait at the top left.
Oh! Okay, fantastic, thank you. Getting there.
I have lost the chat entirely. Where'd it go?
What? Oh,
Ah,
Alright.
fuck.
what do you
lost-
Who sees all?
What do you mean?
I don't know how to.
You've lost it. What do you
I
mean?
lost. It's not there. It's not there on the left.
What? What?
It's
How
not there on the left.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see. I don't even know. Oh,
You know that was a thing
did
you could do.
Did you open the map too far?
Possibly.
Top right, decrease size.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Perception.
Yes, perception.
Yeah.
That's not perception.
Actually have a pretty good perception. Not good enough. Kovak, Cassian, and Mop, I think all of you are sort of trying to keep a lookout for this priest, as well as possibly Amaya, making sure that, you know, you're in a very big city all of a sudden. So things are occurring. And you do not notice a few little details that Craggletooth does. Can you also roll me a medicine check, only Craggletooth?
Oh.
yeah. Where is that? There it is.
Oh,
13. When you look around, there's a lot of people, and even the guards, when you walk past them, these people are up and about, and they seem to just be doing their daily duties, but they seem sluggish. A few of them seemed slouched. Their eyes have bags underneath them. A lot of them have like paler faces than normal, and with like a 13 medicine check, they're clearly sick. It doesn't seem bad, but it like every person you see just seems to be sick. Or just generally ill. It doesn't seem like crazy, but they are definitely not healthy by any means.
Is everyone who lives in cities just like sick all the time?
No, not always.
I mean, sometimes.
what
Sometimes.
did you say?
Well, you go
And
around.
she'll kind of like point them out, like
Mhm.
everyone looks like they're having a
Oh.
rough day.
Well,
Yeah.
you go to a part of Dashia, right? And sometimes there's just people that have like big bumps all over their faces, but
Oh, yikes.
that's just about it. I think it's just like some regular illness. Sometimes it goes around. There's a lot of people around. It just happens.
Mhm.
Well, if I get sick, then I'm gonna just I won't leave the caravan. I'm not good at getting sick. I'm kind of a wimp when I get sick.
Almost alright. If any of you fall ill to any plagues, I will make sure that you are well taken care of.
Koak's gonna sort of follow where Craggletooth points out, and gonna try and also sort of see if he can try to vibe what's up. Like, is it like a fatigue? Is it like a what is it? You know, is it a something worse? Perhaps is it? I guess the main thing that he's trying to look out for, his knowledge being like the sort of the medic, as it were, the non-magical medic, was with making sure that people were mainly alive, but he's kind of knows a little bit about diseases. Just wants to see if he can guess if it might be contagious or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a good thing to figure out.
Yeah. Just try and have a look, try and not push his luck too much. He's not gonna try to get a close look, but as close of a look as he can while being nonchalant about it. At some of the sicker people.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
I would say roll either medicine, history. Yeah, medicine or history.
Oh, son
That's
of a bitch.
4. Did you want to use your inspiration?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Sure.
Because this feels like something that isn't a waste.
Oh my god.
That's investigation. I fucked up.
Even with a +2, you would have only had a 5.
Oh!
It's a 17. You're kind of looking around. You think that in terms of contagious, yeah, probably. This is this doesn't seem like it's some kind of viral crazy thing, but it definitely seems like it's affecting them on a physical level, and it seems widespread. This doesn't necessarily seem magical to you either. It just seems like a sickness, like something is happening. But it doesn't seem fatal. It just seems debilitating.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Kovok's not a hypochondriac or anything, but he's not the best with getting sick. In brackets, he doesn't know that he has divine health. But yeah, he's just weary more than anything, I think. Just trying to make sure he doesn't accidentally catch something that could be more avoidable, I guess. But he's gonna sort of point it out to the others, just to sort of relay what you've just mentioned. Trying to make them feel a little less uneasy, I guess, if they did feel uneasy, because I know I would be if I was walking through a sick city.
I wouldn't say Craggletooth is uneasy. She's just she's walking through confidently. It's just she's kind of avoiding people because again, she's not good when she's sick. She's a little bit of a baby when she gets sick.
Yeah. Mop, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Okay.
Because you've been
Give me
here
a
before.
gun check.
Rolling a history check. Yeah.
Yeah!
Nice.
Epic.
You remember, whether it be through some books or just from some general knowledge of Niceet, is that there was a history of illness in Niceet before. But a very long time ago, they had made some kind of irrigation system with the giant lake that surrounds it, that basically kept everybody here healthy. And everything around you looks like the stories that you've read before, where something is wrong. The reason everybody is sick isn't because of some viral infection. It's something is making them sick.
I relay you this information.
Yes, very good. It's a good thing that it's not fucking viral. It's very good that it's not viral. That would suck, I think.
But yeah, the Niceet is kind of yours to explore. I would say, Mop, with that history check, you also have a vague understanding of where things are in Niceet. Or at the very least, you know where to find a map. So you know, if there's any place you want to explore in particular, you can go there. If you want to ask people where someone might be, you can do that. It's up to you.
Yeah,
Can
choice
I
paralysis is hitting.
Can I roll something real quick?
Sure. What are you trying to roll?
Because so I'm looking at the map here, right, and I'm realizing how similar it looks to Nicey in Kara, could Cassian roll something to like see if they can like correlate anything? Just basically to see if it's, because I don't think it's the same Nicey.
You can,
Is it?
It is not the same Nicey at all, but you can tell that there is some architectural similarities.
Right,
if
okay.
you wanted to roll, like, I guess a history check would be best. To
Okay.
see if you could get some kind of idea of where you might want to go. That's a
Yeah,
3.
no.
You recognize the architecture, you recognize the sort of vagueness to how they are similar, but there's so much more here.
Yeah, that's that was going to be something I was going to mention, because there is so much more here than there was in the one that Cass had been to on quite a few occasions actually.
Yeah.
But no, that's fair. I just wanted to say like if Cassian could like figure out if it was the same, because deep down they know it's not, but they just want to make sure that it's not, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It was
You
also
picture
for me
that.
as well. It was also
Picture
for
that
me as well.
Stays dead. Make sure he stays dead.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think Kovak's gonna sort of kind of look to Mop for guidance. We all know about Kovak's sense of direction.
Oh, okay. Are you sure you want me to take the lead?
Yes. Oh, I mean, you probably have the most experience out of all of us.
You said you were here before, right?
I was very small.
Yes, and I mean, I was never when I came here because I've never been here.
Okay, we're looking for a priest. Priests normally frequent churches, right? So I'm assuming our best bet to find this guy would be to find a church.
I like your word.
Thank you.
I think that's a good point. Should we like? I think it's a good idea to ask people. Do you think that is religion a touchy subject? And he sort of whispers to Mop.
Did the
Roll.
did the scribe stay behind?
He did, yes.
Okay.
You guys, however, have like just left. If you wanted to ask him questions, you could just walk back.
Mop pitter patters back over to the scribe before.
Okay.
before.
He's like getting back in the carriage, like into the caravan, when you walk up to him.
Hang on one moment.
What is it?
What are we here for?
You're looking for the priest.
Any clue where he might be?
Kind of ponders for a moment. It is unclear. It's a big city. I imagine... I don't know where they could be, but I know that them being here has probably caused a bit of a stir. Other religions aren't exactly welcome here. So I'm sure you could ask someone, and they would know where they are.
Okay. Thank you. And Mop will pitter patter back over to the group.
It's like a 5-minute walk.
They've just waited.
Yeah, you get back.
We're looking for the priest of Inauguros. And if I had to
What
harbor
is-
a guess, it would probably be in that very large, intimidating building that I could probably see from here.
Maybe, but I thought it was a priest of Kaisen.
Kovak would be correct. It is a priest of Kaisen.
I'm gonna put it down in my mouth. How about that, Dust?
And then Kovak's gonna sort of point to the. I'm assuming Mop's talking about, big fucking fortress cathedral.
Oh.
You can definitely see that from here, though.
Oh, yeah, it's up
Yo,
on it.
yeah.
It's, like, elevated from everything else. And
Oh, that
even
it is.
over, like, that big wall, you can see, like, just...
Yeah,
the
it's like a
massive cathedral.
Yeah, it's like a Martin I forget the other word. Keep. It's just elevated, but
I have to say real quick, thank you so much, Zach, for like listing each of these locations with like numbers and then putting like a thing in the top right where we can actually read them.
Yes.
Thank you.
So,
No, it's
funny
great.
story.
Don't get me wrong. It gives me choice paralysis.
Funny story. This map, I thought that you guys were gonna be in Niceseat about like 4 weeks ago. So I asked for this map like 8 weeks ago. and he was like, how long do I have? And I was like, maybe a couple weeks. And it's been ready for like a month at least.
Oh no.
Well, it's debuted now.
Mm-hmm.
It's debuted now. So yeah. And so yeah, again, Kovak double checks that Mob's talking about. You know, that big cathedral, and then he's like, so are we heading that way? You think, or?
What?
Go look, right?
I mean, should we head that way, or do you think it's like ask someone?
Would someone know about this guy? Like, is this guy like big news or?
Kovak fishes around in his pouch for any bribe money to see if they need to bribe the info out of anyone.
We could just walk there and find out.
Okay, I mean,
Alright.
yeah, okay, we can do that.
Let's go.
Yeah. You guys will begin to walk through the city of Niceseat. I have a pretty important question. Do any of you have any religious symbols on you?
Hidden, yeah. I mean, is a crescent moon considered a religious symbol?
Yes.
Hidden, yes. Like
hidden
under, it's tucked under the splint armor to keep it safe.
Okay.
More than anything, it's not like a knowledge of, persecution. It's more of a just like, this is a sacred memento. I don't want to damage it.
Got you. If it's hidden,
Would like
nothing happens with that.
okay. Looking at Cassian, would you correlate them to Lunanora, or are they fine?
No, but you're definitely like a ghost unless you're making any
Yeah.
efforts to not have that be obvious.
Oh yeah, no, Cass is just as themselves, honestly. The only like anything like moon related is genuinely like the scar that's on like their jaw that goes to their neck, but that's like completely unintentional. It's sort of like
Yeah.
a crescent moon in a sense, but like other than that, no. They're just a ghost. They're vibing.
I think in that case, nobody... There are a couple people that give you some side eyes, Cassian, because you are quite literally just like a ghost.
Yeah.
And there are like quite a few people
Cassian's-
that like just keep their distance from you.
Yeah, Cass is used to that.
Kovak's ready to fight.
And there
Oh,
are...
no.
Let's see. No, nobody seems to nobody really seems to correlate you to Inauguros either. Nobody here really saw the caravan except for the guards. Maybe the guards would have given you some bad looks, but nothing crazy.
Okay, good. We're vibing, chat.
Gonna knock around some more Denza motherfuckers. Do shit.
And yeah, you will, over the course of, honestly, it's like a 2-hour walk, if I had to guess. Like,
Oh, man.
going through the city. And then, eventually, you find yourself at the center. You can see quite a few people walking in and out of the Grand Fortress Cathedral. You can, hold on really quick, can Craigotu say Grand Fortress Cathedral for me?
Grand Fortress Cathedral.
Okay. And
Yeah.
and I'm so sorry. I saw
Yeah?
the opportunity because I slipped up on it when I said it.
Oh, it's so fun.
The answer is no. She cannot say it, but she will try.
And yeah, you see many, many people walking in and out of the Grand Cathedral. You see several Ordenza guards, but none of them really seem to be paying you too much mind. Like I said, you're getting a few looks here and there, but no one is really throwing a hissy fit about it.
Are they wearing the same armor that the Nicetians would have worn back in Kara?
I believe so, yeah.
Right, okay. That's just more curiosity. Cass is gonna like just look at them a little bit, but they're just gonna brush it off. They don't really care too much about what happened in the past, but they are a little bit anxious. But that's mostly it.
Mm-hmm.
Mop will go up to a guard, at least the friendliest looking guard they can find.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. And
They
we'll just kind of
look down at you.
I'm looking for a place. I'm guessing I could find a priest here.
They kind of like raise their eyebrow a little bit, and they say, "Yes, this is the Grand Cathedral. You will certainly find a priest of the Bailey Lothran here."
Mop will just kind of motion for Kovac to come over.
And Kovac saunters over. He was originally sort of like scoping this dude out, but he's headed over now.
What is the position of this fellow we're looking for?
Priest of Kaison.
They, when you say priest of Kaisen, they kind of like widen their eyes for a moment and then furrow their brow, and then they put their finger and their thumb to their temple and rub it for a second. They take a deep breath in, they let it out, and they go, "Are you the Chained Legion?"
Yes.
Yes.
Right. You'll find them in the office wing. Just through this door, take a right and left, go straight. You'll be right where you need to be.
Okay, thank you so much.
Did a friend of
Good
yours
luck.
come in here a little bit ago?
Possibly.
Did she look like she was like someone had taken the last French fry?
Yes.
Cass
Yes,
just sort of like
that's her.
snorts and then immediately coughs to cover it up.
Okay, come on. Let's go in there. Thank
Kovac
you
isn't gonna. Yeah, Kovac's not gonna say thanks, but he's gonna at least nod his head in appreciation.
They do not nod back.
Yeah, well, fuck off, I guess.
Roll an insight check, Kovac.
I'll roll a kill you check. No, I won't do that.
Yells across, like, they've started walking, but they yell back, "Thank you so much.
Oh,
Nice.
Have a good rest of your
perceive.
day."
You hear, "I'll try," under his breath. Kovac, I'm gonna drop some lore onto you.
Go for it.
Because of this nat 20 insight check. You look at him, and there is very clearly a distaste, borderlining on hate, for, you know, Nagaros and the Unchained and the Chained Legion and the Priest of Kaisen and all that other stuff. However, you can tell that he is being very restrained in how he is acting, and that if it was any other religion of any other pantheon, it is very possible that he might literally just grab you and throw you out. Or at the very least, just be very, very rude to you.
Yeah. All right. So he's whipped, is what you're telling me.
He is having an attitude that you're kind of putting together of he hates this more than he has hated anything ever, and so does anybody else in Niceet, but there is nothing he can do about it, because if he acts on it, he is directly opposing Dacia and Nagaros, the most powerful force in Falana at the moment.
fuck.
It's so tempting to use that to then just like score this man right across the mouth, but then again, he hasn't done anything to actually like offend. So,
but you know that
Kovac,
this is
no.
the attitude of like everybody here.
oh boy, that's great fun. Kovac is going to keep that in the back of his mind.
Kovac,
the
restrain
entire
yourself.
time. No, he is restrained. That's the thing. But he's just going to be very conscious of that fact, and sort of relieved by it, but also more worried because, you know, Chained Legion, you know, Anajaros and protection, that's great. They're not actually in
Yeah.
the Chained Legion, so...
You're kind of playing a very awful game of juggling where these people hate you and what you are perceived to be, but they can't do anything about it, so they're restraining themselves. But if they hate you too much, they don't care about restraint anymore. And also, you aren't that, and if they find that out, they're definitely gonna be upset.
Yeah, you're getting your ass beat, so yeah, he's not gonna linger on it. he's just gonna, continue on and follow Mop because no fucking way is he leading. He heard left, right, straight, and all he could think about was right, left, right, straight, left. His sense of direction is so fucked.
Don't worry, Mop's sense of direction is great. Avery's isn't.
And yeah, you walk into the Grand Cathedral. This place is massive. There is a large sort of opening in like the very middle of the cathedral that has pews surrounding all sides where you can like hear people, like you could hear like basically a sermon going on at the moment. You just see massive amounts of people flooding in and out, but everyone appears to be congregated in specific spots, so it's not too crowded. And eventually, after some exploring, maybe a little bit of back and forth, you do come across the Grand Cathedral office building. Which
New map.
I will take
New map.
you to.
Yippee!
It's like a
New map.
college. It's like a college campus over there.
It is. It is quite literally a college campus.
Ah, the void. My old
They call
friend.
me.
Let me
I
put
love
you
the void.
out of the void. Cassian.
Yay!
Kovac. And Mop. Oh, let me unlock you.
Thank you.
Mop.
And
Let's break
yeah,
something.
here you guys are. You all sort of walk into this area. Doesn't seem to be very populated. Really quick, this is I wanted to test this because I wanted to try something new with Fantasy Grounds. Can you guys see this little red pin right here?
No.
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 No? Damn it. That's okay, because I think I can drag this. I can. I can do that. Okay, that's okay. That just takes more manual stuff from me. If you, there are a couple books in here. If you want to interact with them, let me know. I can literally give them to you.
Ooh.
But you are in the office building. You can see this book, a statue up ahead. You can see 2 stairways leading up to doors. I leave this section for you to explore.
Where was the dude supposed to be again?
I don't. Oh man, he said.
Oh, you know.
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Where we go? That's where we're going.
They
He said-
just said it was in the office building, which is where you guys are.
Yeah,
Oh,
we followed his instructions, and now he's
Yes.
kind of left us to hobble around this
I
place
guess
a little.
I inspect the book to see if it's a directory.
Yeah, let's have a look at this book.
It immediately upon looking at it, it seems to be a prayer.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Which I will leave in there. And if you'd like, you can roll a religion check. Actually, so Kovac and Mop, you roll a religion check for this book, and then Craggletooth and Cassian, you roll a religion check for these statues.
Oh hell yeah. Let's go.
Religion
Let's
check
do
on the
it.
book.
Yep.
Where is my religion? There it
No
is.
idea.
Losing my
Oh.
religion.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Wow, y'all did great. So Craggletooth, Mop, and Cassian, this is okay. Let me go one at a time. Mop, this is a prayer book.
Yes, it is.
Craggletooth and Cassian.
Actually, I'm not sure.
You
if it
can
is.
tell that these statues are like religious in nature. They don't have faces, which is pretty notable. They just appear to be like blank slates, and they appear to each have a function, but you can't really draw to what it is that they're representing. Kovac, reading this book, you can't tell which one, but this is a book in a grand cathedral for the Bailey Lothran. So this is most likely a part of the Bailey Lothran.
Oh, okay. That's Bailey and my Lothran. He's gonna read it to himself just a little. He's gonna sort of like mumble that under his breath. Mop could probably hear it. And it takes him a little bit to like sort of get across the word runes, but he's not gonna think too much of it. But he's gonna sort of like glance around. It's the only book that's on this table, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna sort of self-associate a little bit and think, all right, well, it's the only one that's there. Maybe it's important. If it's related to the Bailey, that's probably, it's probably not nothing. But noticing those two sort of getting further and further away is going to sort of like tap Mop on the shoulder and just try to catch up with these guys. And then he taps him up on the shoulder to be like, "Hey, you should probably, not
Fuck
let
up,
them
Sam.
run.
I'm trying to take notes.
You hate me and you want me dead.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So funny.
This guy's fucked up, Chad. This guy's fucked up.
If you would like Mop and Kovac, you can make another religion check on these statues.
I would love to make another religion check. I love my -2 intent. Oh, baby. The
I
same
love
11.
that somehow you are managing to outdo these people who all have a positive in this trait.
I don't. I'm just basic.
You're a
I'll have you know.
You get a flat 0
There
to
it
it.
is. All right. Kovac and Mop, you walk up and see these statues, and you kind of connect with your knowledge on the Bailey Lothran. It's Kovac, it's hard to remember which one is which, but you know that the Bailey Lothran is split among 3 different godlike entities. But knowing the history of the Bailey Lothran, you don't even know if they're necessarily considered gods. They're more like concepts. But Mop, you know them looking at these statues. I have a document with the Bailey Lothran so that I remember what each of them are called.
Which one's the hunter? Is it this one? I bet it's this one.
Yes. You
I'm a genius.
see the hunter, the provider, and the builder.
Gonna guess that the provider is that one, and then the builder is that one.
Yes.
Ah, I'm so fucking good at this.
And actually, because you passed the first one, Kovac, you know that the prayer that you just read was actually in correlation specifically to the builder.
To the builder. Huh.
What are their fucking builder fighter?
The builder. The builder is this one. The hunter is this one.
Mhm.
And then the
The
provider
hunter sounds
is
cool.
the provider is
Sounds
this
cool.
one.
Out of your friends, which are you?
I tried pretty
The
good.
fighter.
No, but Kovac's gonna sort of like gesture, like sort of nudge Mop and then gesture to the builder and say, "I think the thing we read is related to this man,
The provider.
the builder.
The fuck?
He's got the
I
book."
didn't say.
man.
I didn't. Mop did say that, by the way.
He did say that or didn't?
I did not say that.
Oh, okay. Fuck. But yeah, never mind then. And just gonna sort of like.
And you can see, by the way, there's like a small pedestal beneath each of them.
Do they look like anything?
Just a pedestal. If you want to, you can roll an investigation to see if there's any meaning behind it, but there appears to be a pedestal.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Another intelligence check. Okay, there
It's
we
a
go.
pedestal.
My luck hats are on it. Fuck, damn, that's wild. But
Yeah.
all this time, Kovac's just like, yeah, this is very much a Bailey place. So having a little bit of a Luminoran thing underneath his armor, he sort of readjusts it to make sure it's nice and deep down there, just in case. And then he's gonna follow Cassian.
I'm noticing Cassian has a habit of like just wandering off a little bit.
Brother got zoomies. He's literally got that dog in him.
They got that dog in them.
Yeah, that dog in him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we head upstairs. There's nobody around here.
Is there a door?
Yep.
Do we want to knock on the doors?
Yeah, we should probably knock on the
there are
doors. It's
doors.
like good manners and things.
You
Craggletooth knocks on the door.
You do not hear a response, but roll perception, Craggletooth.
Where's my perception? There's my perception. I perceive
Ooh.
everything.
You hear the
Nice.
sound of like swaying leaves and like a small trickle of water.
This guy's probably got like a fancy like tree or something in there.
What?
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway.
There's
Okay.
no one in there.
Kovac knocks again.
There's no response. This door seems to have been barred shut. This doesn't look like anybody's in there.
And Kovak crack the door open very, very light.
Yeah.
Ooh, I saw a glimpse of something. Oh, that's cool.
And then immediately, upon spotting the green, closes it. He's just like, nope. Don't go.
Do you want to read that book?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I'd like to see what's in the book.
I didn't see the book.
It's in the side chat.
What are you reading?
Okay. Wait, sorry, what'd you say?
It's in
What
the
are you
side
reading?
chat, yeah.
It's a book.
It's a book. The book of all time.
Yeah, it is a book. Let me see. If you're, do you want me to read it out, Kovak, or?
Yes, I'm reading it upside down right now. It's not making sense.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. All right. We remember what was lost and wish for a greater harvest, a greater home, a greater future. And together by the provider, we have found it. Together by the provider, we seek more.
Kovak glances behind him at the provider statue.
Is that what the statues are about?
I believe so. I believe there's that one there. The provider. Me. Gestures to it. And then sort of shuffles around. If I could fucking move him, there we go. Shuffles around to point out the hunter and then the builder. I don't know if they're actually people. I think it's like concepts. I believe that's how it was sort of like kind of mentioned to me. I don't know. I'm not
that's
super in the know, but that's what I can sort of glean from my little understanding thereof.
Oh, hi.
Crackletooth, roll
This is
another
nice.
perception check for me.
Uh-oh.
You smell iron.
Oh, that's not a good thing. Kovak looks around
No.
for Crackletooth.
Yeah, when you walk up to this door, you smell iron.
She wrinkles her nose and then knocks on the door.
There's no response.
Kovak's like, what can you hear through this door? Can you hear any more water or trees or whatever?
You
She's
can
gonna-
smell it too, Kovak. And you
It's
know,
iron.
you blood. You can
Yeah,
tell this.
that's fine.
Oh, it's a straight up blood?
And Kovak just, like, his eyes sort of just widen a little, and he sort of gestures to Crackletooth to move to the side without saying anything.
Crackletooth is gonna move to the side that she can see into the door when Kovak opens it.
One hand on the hilt of the longsword at his side, the other on the door. He like leans it against the door, and if it will move, quickly shoves it open in one move.
Yep. You quickly shove it
Okay.
open, and you feel that smell of blood hit your nose, and sort of be expelled outwards. But you don't see any bodies or any blood on the floor. That's just what this room smells like.
Yeah, it totally looks like a normal room.
Yeah, and you can see a few chests with a religious book on the ground in some kind of ritual circle, with what look to be several mannequins of various types, each with various types of arrows, weapons, like swords, like cut into them.
I vibe. What the fuck is up with this room?
Mop, would you like to read that book?
Yeah.
Put it in the section.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
For-
mhm.
I was just reading it, sorry.
You're all good.
Can I roll perception for this room real quick?
Yeah,
Sure.
I wanna do that too.
Nice.
I saw that 16. Oh wait, it did land on 16. Nice.
It did land 16.
Are
yeah.
there anything that you guys are specifically trying to like vibe out about this? Or
Where is the blood smell coming from?
you genuinely can't find it. It's not a thing
room
of
just
like,
smells
oh,
like it,
you're
right?
you're not good. Yeah, you're not perceiving well enough. You
Blood
know
and
for a
flesh.
fact that it's just the room. That's just
Blood
how
and
it's.
flesh make for us meal. It's rest hunger of the hunters. May that which we lose bring us closer to the end, closer to all being, and might we take from our enemies in greater measure.
Say that first part again.
Blood and flesh make for us a meal, which rests the hunger of the hunters.
Probably
Cass is gonna
literally.
tilt their head back a little bit, and they're gonna sniff the air. They're trying to smell out danger or just figure out if there's anything in the room that could just hurt anyone in the party.
It doesn't seem like that, but with a 19, I will actually let you know. You're kind of looking at this mannequin here. And you kind of step in and you see the rest of them as well. They all appear to be pierced or slashed by various other things, but this mannequin seems to have been, one of the wounds seems to have been sewn shut. That's the only one that has that.
Maybe, I'm wondering if it would be worth to just go in and have a look at it. Right, well, Cassian's gonna look to Kovac. You see those mannequins, right?
I do, and he still has a hand on his sword, still tentative as fuck about it.
I don't think there's anything in here that can hurt us, but that mannequin at the end there, and Cass is just gonna lift their hand and just point to it. That one's sewn up.
Do you think it's a good idea for us to look at it?
I'll tell you what, I'll go have a look. Do you want to wait here just in case something happens?
Yeah, okay, we can do that.
Alright.
And Craig, we'll keep an eye out.
Huh?
We'll keep an eye out in case anyone comes walking this way.
Oh yeah, sir.
Cass is gonna just carefully make their way down. They don't like this room at all. They don't the smell of iron. They don't like the stench of iron.
Kovac is half in the door, half out of the door. He's 1 foot in both sections. He's still got a hand on the sword. He looks a little bit tense.
What's going on up here?
You smell it immediately, Mom.
Smell of blood. It's not a good smell.
You see,
not the danger, but
Argyle immediately pinches his nose.
He recoils.
I'm just imagining Argyle on your shoulder at all times, unless you say otherwise.
I put Argyle in the little pocket, little breast pocket inside the shirt, inside the coat rather, the tailcoat. And
I roll any. Oh, sorry.
That is a pedestal.
Yeah, it appears to be a magical circle of some kind meant for a ritual.
It is indeed.
I'll be careful with that, Mop. Make sure you don't touch it, just in case.
Does it look like it's activated or anything?
It doesn't look activated, but it looks like it could be activated under the right circumstances.
What are you doing, Cassian?
Something up with this mannequin, I think. Or at least this one...
I don't think we should touch it. I think we're here for one purpose, and we should go do that.
Can I roll perception on the mannequin? Just... Yes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would do perception or investigation.
Okay. Investigation would have been smart. Actually, never mind. I have a -1 to investigation.
Okay. With the perception...
I guess I'd also like to check it out.
Yeah. Perception or investigation.
Hell
yeah. Investigation. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. So, Cassian, with your perception, you do find the spot that's sewn together. It doesn't seem to be very big, whatever was sewn together. And it also looks like it has a bit of wear and tear to it. Mop, you're looking, you notice the same thing. This sewing, this stitch seems very, very old.
It seems.
And
is something, can I tell if something is stitched into it?
Yes, after looking at it closely, it looks like there's something beneath the stitch inside the mannequin.
Mappa's gonna take a big, deep breath and just say, open it.
open it?
Mop will take a little claw.
Argyle is gonna point at himself, like questioning.
No, not you, Argyle. I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna try out like seam opening it. You know.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's very old. You open it, and the wound opens up. A little bit of stuffing falls out, and then a paper that is very old and somewhat like rotted just from time falls onto the ground. Seems
It's kind of funny, Mop. That it's kind of funny, Mop. He says that we were here for one thing, and then you're the one to.
I hate it whenever my curiosity sneaks up on me, you know? And I hate it.
Oh,
I'm not supposed to touch anything. I'm not supposed to, but, you know.
No,
you
buddy.
pick it up now, and Mop will bury their arms into their armpits.
Don't worry, bud. I get it. And Cass is gonna like just kneel down and like lift up the paper.
They weren't kidding when they said idle hands.
And you sort of unfold it and look at it, and you see, like, scrawled in, like, most likely just, like, old, dry blood that's, like, kind of flaked off over time. You see scrawled out on it says, "Feed the Stone Hunter."
Cassie's nose is gonna wrinkle as they're looking at this. Mop, do you have any idea of what this is talking about?
Feed the Stone Hunter.
yeah. I should have clarified. Do you know who the Stone Hunter is?
Kind of looks out the doorway. It's got to be one of the statues.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Right, okay, we'll talk about this when we get out of here. And Cass is gonna, like, carefully, like, roll it back up. And then they're gonna look back to the mannequin as they put, like, the paper in their pocket. And they're just gonna go, oh shit, is there any way that we can, like, make sure that this doesn't look messed with? Do you think they'll notice?
Looking at all of these mannequins that are torn to shreds by various weaponry, you don't think that they're gonna notice this new wound.
Fantastic. Okay. Cass is gonna, like, just take one more, like, just glance around the room, and then they're gonna just leave. They take a look at the book, and then they're just like, I'm not gonna fuck around with that, and then they're just gonna step out.
Door closed.
And then Cass is gonna, like, get down the stairs away from, like, the stench of blood, and then they're just gonna take a deep breath.
You okay?
Whew. Okay. Kovac?
Yeah.
We, found something in the mannequin. I reckon it's probably best to maybe wait until we get back to the caravan before I show you, but it was a note. It had something along the lines of feed the stone hunter.
Feed the stone hunter or feed the stone hunter? Hunter of stone? Or...
It's gonna, like, blink a wee minute because they're trying to, like, see what was different between the two things that Kovac said.
Was there the little thing after hunter, or no? There's like little thing in sentence makes little break.
Where's the
What was it? Was it like the stone hunter, or was it separate stone hunter?
Yeah, was it stone, comma, hunter?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There was no punctuation, but it just said feed. Yeah, it just said feed the stone hunter. It didn't say
Which
there was no
one of these?
difference.
Which one of these bad boys is the hunter?
This one.
Okay.
Mop
Arga.
and Cassian roll religion on the pedestal.
Nice.
Close.
Religion.
Okay, religion on the pedestal.
Oh, on the pedestal. Shit.
Yeah, on the pedestal. No, like in the side chat. You're just doing it.
Oh, okay.
Mop, you can't really put together, same as like Kovac from earlier. You don't really understand. You've never really seen shrines like this before. Cassian, you actually have. You've seen stuff like this before through the various shrines that you've been to. This is an offering pedestal. Like, it's like shaped like a small bowl. It's just very, it's not very deep. But yeah, this is like where someone would give an offering to their deity.
Huh.
Argyle, can you sniff around the pedestal?
He gives a salute, and he kind of looks around and sniffs, and then I guess I'll roll an investigation of Argyle.
Wow.
14. He will sort of think something, and then he will run up to Cassian and sort of climb up your leg and go into your pocket and pull out the paper in his mouth. And then is going to grab the paper and then crawl up the side of the pedestal and then drop it in the pedestal, and then nothing will happen.
There's blood on it! Oh, God.
Nothing will happen, and he'll just kind of like look confused, and then he'll pick the paper back up, and then he'll bring it back over to Cassian.
Do I have to roll something if I have an idea?
No, if you have an idea, do it.
Cass will like kneel down and just take the paper from Argyle and just like say a really quiet like "thank you, buddy," and then pocket it again.
Is anybody prone to bleeding?
I mean,
I'm not.
what
I
do
can't.
you?
I can't bleed.
I mean, sometimes I get bloody noses.
I do bleed. Not often. Why?
I won't ask. And Mop will take the dagger out of their pocket.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Crabble like gets what
A teeny tiny little drop, like hardly even, like a little puncture on their finger.
Yeah, like a little finger prick.
Yeah, like a finger prick.
Gotcha.
And will drop it into the pedestal.
Go ahead and roll a D100.
Oh, no, that's 2 D100s. Hang on, sorry. No, hang on.
It'll always show up as 2 dice, but...
Yeah.
71. That's very fucking good. I will give you a... Let me see here. So is that a 1? That was a 1. For the rest of the day, until you take a next long rest, you are going to, you will have lost 1 maximum HP. So you'll be at 29, but we'll remember to bring that back up. However, you have a +1 to everything.
Wow.
And
That's huge.
you see the sort of the blood pool at the bottom of the bowl, and you hear a clicking sound somewhere in the cathedral.
The rest of us hear it, or is it just Mop that hears it?
Everybody can hear it.
And I roll perception to see where the click came from.
Yes.
I would also
roll
like to do
perception?
that.
Yeah, can we all just roll
Yes, of course.
Alright.
Oh, I do not perceive.
I might perceive.
I perceive.
I might perceive. Yes.
Yo!
Everyone except for Craggletooth, you hear it come from this door.
Okay. Cass is gonna like just turn and look between everyone.
I hate being curious. Someone tell me to stop it.
I think
No,
it'd be
it-
kind of cool.
Okay, well, okay, just hold on a minute, and he's gonna take the first few steps. Just hold on, and he's gonna head up to. This is a door, right?
It looks like a door. It looks older though.
He's gonna gently sort of poke the door, just making sure that it's real in some
Yep.
weird capacity.
It looks real. It
And then
feels
he's
real. It's a stone
I'm
door.
gonna press an ear to the door, see if he can hear anything.
Roll perception.
Oh,
You
Oh,
hear
hell yeah.
like wind, you just hear sort of. You don't hear anything happening in there, but you just hear open space, basically.
Kovak is. He's gonna put one hand on the door's handle. Think for a second, look to Craggletooth and say, should I do it?
Be careful.
Just walked away.
Yeah, she just walked
Oh.
away. Cass is
Fuck.
gonna just step up, beside Kovak and just, try to, peer over his shoulder, but then, how tall is Kovak again?
It's 6.5 feet.
Okay, Cassian's 5'7". I think Cass is just gonna sort of like resort to just like leaning around. Go fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then looking at Craggletooth, still expecting an answer, but because I'm stupid and I didn't read the BRB, is
You're
like,
fine.
okay. And then is going to try to open the door.
And
Very, very, very careful.
you hear a clicking noise, and you hear a ka-chunk, and then another ka-chunk, and the door doesn't open.
Huh.
Okay, so we're not going to fuck with this anymore.
Okay.
And he just power walks. And then he looks up the stairs this way. And he looks up the stairs this way.
Mop will.
And,
No, it's Mop.
Mop just thanks the statue. Thank you.
Roll
Aw.
roll a religion check.
What?
Roll a religion check.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, nothing.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
okay.
It would have been really funny if a booming voice was just like, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. Yeah, no, and then Kovok's gonna head up these stairs. Does he smell blood?
No.
He's
Just
gonna
don't
knock on the
smell
door. Do 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 do.
You hear the sound of shuffling papers, and then you hear someone say, "Oh, I'm coming." And then you hear footsteps walking up to the door. You hear the stepping of carpet, and then you sort of back up as you feel the door open.
This fucking guy. Can I kill him?
No.
No, I'm kidding. don't
And
wanna
you
do that.
see a Kayadir, a dark elf, a drow, standing
Oh.
God
before you.
damn it, this
Oh.
motherfucker. This.
Oh, you guys know him?
Yes,
Oh,
we all know
God.
Fred, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He looks
Yeah, and
familiar, but I
Kovacs.
don't know.
Yeah, one of Zach's Billy Lothran NPCs, I believe.
Ah.
And Kovok's gonna sort of look at Fred and be like, are you a priest of? Was it Kaison? Kaison? Queso?
Kind of narrows his eyes at you, and he says, "No, I am of the Builder. Are you here to speak to the priest of Kaison?"
Kovok nervously laughs. He feels like he's just insulted a member of the Bailey Lothran in the Bailey Lothran capital, and so he's like, "I'm gonna be put to death."
Pegasus peeks in and nods.
Yes, we're looking for them. I'm very shit with directions.
They're right across the hall, and he sort of looks at you, and he pauses. And you see he narrows his eyes, and he looks at all of you, and he like counts you. And he says, "Are you missing somebody, by chance?"
What do you mean? Maybe.
Is there a fifth member of your little, I guess, motley crew, so to say?
Usually.
This is strange. Can you come in for a moment, actually?
Oh. Yeah.
Kovok's
Cass wishes that they stayed on the other side of the room, and they're like, "Oh no."
They
They don't say it outright.
Yeah.
Can I
roll
insight? I gotta know Wagwan with my G.
He seems surprised.
Kovok kind of. At least it's not like a, "Hey, yeah, come inside. I'm gonna
No.
lock the door on you and smash the Shadow Demon."
He doesn't
so
seem, like before he seemed a little offended by what you said, and then thought about what you said, and then asked how many people were in your party, and now he's just surprised.
and he's gonna sort of just step in, and he's gonna motion to the door. Do you want me to?
Of course, yes.
Craggletooth extends her hand for a handshake. Hi there.
Roll
My
a-
name's Craggletooth.
That was a 16. That's bullshit.
Come on.
It was cocked. It was cocked.
That's fucked.
He shakes.
Yeah.
He shakes your hand. He shakes your hand.
Yippee!
He says, "Craggletooth. Okay, let's see here. You. I don't know you, but he did mention you. Haven't seen you either. Are you Cassian?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. I didn't think it would happen so soon. It's only been a year. And he starts to sort of walk around and organize some of his things. And he grabs a small book, and he picks it up and he says, "A friend of mine about a year ago had told me that some people would be coming by sometime. And I needed to ask you all a favor for it. Let's see. Yes, all right." And he leans over his desk and he pulls out a very long-looking bag with one end sort of cinched shut. And he says, "My friend wanted to give you something to help you, but I need to ask you a favor first."
Yeah, of course.
Depends.
I am a priest of the Builder. I am in need of, let's see. I'm in need of several materials, and recently I have been caught up doing paperwork, especially dealing with the priest of Kaisen across the way. I need materials, and it is of my belief that there are some ancient materials residing somewhere within the cathedral. If you can get them for me, I can give you something. And he kind of holds out the bag. The bag is like, when he like holds it to his side for a moment, it's like almost as tall as him.
What materials would these be?
Well, I am in need of construction and architecture, so marble would be great. Various old stones. I don't want to get it too complicated for you. I believe all I need is some semblance of ancient finery somewhere within the cathedral. I'd say the best place for you to find them would be beneath the cathedral.
Do you have any idea how to get to the underside of the cathedral?
He thinks for a moment and he says, "Oh, yes, that's why he gave me this." And he reaches into the bag and pulls out a small hammer. Like a very small wooden hammer. And he says, "He told me to tell you to place this underneath the statue to the builder, and it should provide some semblance of what you're looking for." He holds it out to you.
And
Alright,
Kovak
thank you.
takes it. And that's all that was in the bag, just the hammer.
No, it looks like there's still something in it.
And he kind of inspects the hammer. It's like a little wooden mallet, yeah?
Yeah.
Is there a chisel in there?
Oh my goodness, yes! And he pulls out a chisel.
Is it empty now?
No, it's still full.
Are there other things in that, or was it just these two things?
I suppose I can show it to you. He didn't really say that I couldn't, and I'd rather you have good reason to want to do this for me. It's like, watching him is very weird. When he answered the door, he was talking like a person. He's kind of talking like he's being careful with the words that he's choosing, but not like he's lying, like he's trying to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's abiding by some instructions. And he reaches in and grabs the handle and pulls, and you see a brilliant trident with runes etched into it, very clearly magical in some way, with a sort of lightning bolt across the front. And you can see on the other side there's it spells out shakes, but the shakes appears to have been crossed out. And next to that, next to the word the name shakes,
Yeah?
you see a dinner fork.
Yeah? You know any dinner forks?
Oh,
Does not ring a bell to me.
I think I know some dinner forks.
Who owns dinner fork? Who the fuck owned dinner fork?
Um,
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Who the fuck owned
Cass-
dinner fork?
Cass is gonna like look at the trident
Roll
and then
history.
look to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, Cass, roll history.
Oh, me roll history.
Yeah.
Oh boy, please be high, please. I'm begging.
Please.
No, that was on an 18. I saw it.
It looks so familiar to you,
Fuck.
but you cannot recall.
The fuckhead dinner fork!
I
Yes!
fucking saw that 18.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Yes!
Cass is gonna
But-
like look at the trident and then look to the drow and then just tilt their head a little bit to the side and go, I'm sorry, who? You seem to know who I am at least. Who left this message for you?
He kind of shakes his head and he says, I actually don't know who you are. I just know your name. He mentioned there would be 5 people, but he mentioned your name. He said he didn't recognize the other ones.
Okay.
But yes. Though, let's see. That's also cocked. I can't.
So cocked.
Okay.
Fuck.
No, I don't know you. I'm sorry. He said he did not tell me his name was important to this. I don't know if it would be something I'm allowed to give. I apologize. I'm a little wound up at the moment to make sure I get this right.
Cass is just gonna sort of like nod a little bit. No, you're grand, mate. Sorry about that. I was just. Never mind.
All good. Kind of thinks for a moment, and then he looks at you, Mop, and he says, "Oh, what was it? He's told me to tell you to look for a book while you're down there, if you go down there."
Well, who's he?
I've already explained. I don't think I can tell you.
Okay.
I could. I don't know if I can. This is all very confusing for me as well.
Can you start from the beginning?
All right.
Oh my God.
Sorry, my chest is slipping in. Fine.
You're fine. You're fine. Frayed kind of pauses and he thinks for a moment. He said, my friend entrusted this to me. We were about to go into the woods, and he said that I needed to have this after our little expedition was taken care of. He said that a group of people would be needing it, including you, Cassian, but to send them beneath the cathedral and for you, Mop, to look for a book. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Me, Mob.
Yes, he didn't give me your name. Just you.
I didn't give you my name either.
You said it earlier. You were very loud. I could hear you in the hallway.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah, you can
on
roll
this guy?
insight.
Alright.
Yeah, I want to insight this motherfucker as well. I'm feeling a little
I
sketched
shouldn't
out.
have fucking used it on the spaghetti. God damn.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
I will tell you, it was him saying Mop was also a personal slight on my part, the DM. He doesn't seem to have any malicious nature to him.
So he's nervous, not because of any ulterior thing. He genuinely just wants to get it right.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
trying
Wait.
to fulfill a friend's wish.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And so in return for this, and he gestures to the trident, the mallet, and the chisel, we just need to see if we can find materials here.
Yes, exactly. I'll have to wait for the materials to give you the trident, but the hammer and chisel are yours. You'll need them to get down there.
Do you have any
Okay.
preferences with the material?
He shakes his head. No, anything of the ancient variety should do. Trying to research some of Nice's oldest architecture.
Right,
Okay.
okay. So is there a specific
Alright.
amount of each thing you would like, or is it just a piece of each thing?
No, like I said, anything will do. A good chunk of one piece should be enough.
Like a good chunk for me and Mop, or a good chunk for like Kovac?
The one piece is real.
I think whatever you bring me will be fine. I'm not caught up in the semantics of it. And if you could find a way down there, I might be able to go down there myself when I have more time. So.
I was going to say, I think we'll try to bring you like a piece of sampling, and then we'll tell you what to find it in case it meets your expectations. But just before I, and then he's like holding Mop back if Mop's actually like running around.
Yeah.
Just one last thing. You mentioned the fifth one. Where is she? I can't see her around here. Did she go somewhere or?
Oh no, he just told me that there would be 5 of you.
Oh. Okay. Okay. We'll get on that. We do still have to see the priest, but before we go, we'll.
Yes, of course. Right across the hallway.
We can take a detour.
Yeah, but we should probably do that after we have a chat with whomever, in case they want us to go the same way. Who knows?
I mean,
well, what if they want us to go to leave or whatever? Then we're in a pickle because we didn't take the detour first.
I like how crowd do things. That was set out of character, by the way.
whenever I clean up around places, I like to do the little things before I do the big thing.
And is this the little thing?
I suppose we're grabbing rocks.
I mean, it's a cool weapon. Jeez.
It's 3-on-1 here, and Kovok's just gonna just nod his head and be like, "Okay, we'll go do that right now."
Cass is gonna look and take one last look at the trident and just try and place it, but ultimately they can't, and they're just like, okay, to themselves, thinking that they'll probably figure it out at some point.
I'll roll Arcana. I'll let you do that.
Oh, okay.
See if you can figure
out
anything
of character.
Yeah.
Oh, -1.
Oh.
What?
Nope.
Wasn't dinner fork dust trident?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Is it? I will cry if it is.
With a 12 in Arcana, you can tell that this is also enchanted in some way. This weapon, you're looking at the sigils on it. And I think I'll let you choose between there is an offensive sigil on this, and there's also a utility sigil on this. Which one do you want to know about?
What did you say? You said, was it offensive or defensive?
Offensive and utility.
I'll go for utility.
You think that this is a returning trident. You think that if you threw this at something, it would immediately fly back into your hands.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
Alright,
Don't know what to do with that specifically, but that's good. That's really good to know. At least.
Okay, we'll try and get that done for you very quickly. Should probably get going then. When he swings the move your fucking leg.
He lets out a deep sigh and he says, "Yes, of course. Okay. Whew. I'm very happy to have that off my mind. Thank goodness. If you do need anything, let me know. I will be here doing paperwork."
Goodbye, stranger.
We'll get to that, and then Kovok's gonna sort of, he wants to get this done very quickly because he's kind of worried. He doesn't know where the fuck Amaya is.
Faculty's is skipping after Kovok.
No
worries. No
concerns. He heads to the builder pedestal and puts the
pedestal.
The chisel and the mallet on top of it.
And you hear a clicking noise.
From where?
The same
Thank
place.
you, new friend. I like your office.
Thank you.
Where am I hearing it from, Dust?
The same place as before.
Oh, for
the
fuck's
same
sake.
place.
By the door.
Okay. And then Kovok takes point yet again because splint armor, and again tries to open the door.
You hear a click, and a ka-chunk, and the door doesn't open.
We have to open all 3.
Well, what's the last one?
Provider.
Provider.
We didn't check that room, did we? Cass says
Isn't
Alright.
it like wasn't it like green and leafy?
It
think
was.
I think they
I
want to
didn't see it.
harvest.
Crackletooth digs in her pockets for probably just some like grass or just like random stuff that's probably in her pockets. It's a little dirty.
Oh,
So she probably has like a sticks or grass or whatever, and she just grabs one of those and puts it in the bowl.
Roll. Roll a d100.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh!
Wow.
All right. Would the provider do this? No, the provider's like really nice. You feel like you're being watched. But you are not stricken with a curse.
Okay.
Thank God.
She was
Yeah.
trying.
You feel like
Oh,
the
man.
attempt is appreciated, but not correct.
Alright, so in we go. Kovak's gonna suss the place out a little.
Wait, what is
What
Mop
are you looking
doing?
at?
Money.
What is Mop
Wait, what?
Why don't you? Oh, hey, I'm not over there yet. Give me 2 seconds. Where is everybody? Hello?
They're up here.
I guess. Look at the provider.
Yeah, it was something about the provider.
Who's currently got hold of the rest of our money?
Me.
Just put a coin there. Give him a coin.
Okay, you know what? That's not the worst idea.
Oh wow,
you know,
why is there
Kovak's
sticks and stuff in there?
gonna head over and takes out a single gold piece, sets it on top of the pedestal.
Okay, roll a d100. You want to get above a 20.
Oh, that was so low.
That is a natural one. You. I cannot fucking believe that you just got a natural one on
I'm
a
killing myself.
D100.
And I used my inspiration.
It wouldn't have even worked there. You're okay. Do you know the effect Bane?
Yes.
Yeah, you're Baned.
Oh.
What's that mean? What
that
does
means
that
that
mean?
Minus
Every-
1d4.
Yeah, every single time I make an attack roll or a saving throw, I subtract a d4 from it.
Oh no. Shit.
And I think, like, looking at this, you feel like money is, like, one of the most opposite things of the provider. Like, that is the feeling you are stricken with as this statue with no eyes glares through you.
He takes the coin back and he says, "I'm terribly sorry."
Roll a religion check.
Roll a what?
A religion check.
Oh, no, not my -2.
Okay.
Oh.
Nothing happens.
I'm killing myself. How long is this pain gonna last for?
Same thing as mops. Till the next time you long rest.
So, can I bullshit for 1 second?
Sure.
So you know how Mop tends to leave little breath mints on people's pillows?
Yeah, of course.
Is it fair to say that Mop might have like 1 or 2 in their pocket?
Yes.
Could Mop put one in the dish?
Roll a d100. You have to get
Would you
above a 20.
We're dying. We are dying.
Oh
Lovely.
my
Nine.
god.
You are also baned.
What are you trying to say? I have
I
bad breath?
I put the second one in there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No,
Roll a
Cover
D100.
pushes him up. No. Cover pushes him up
No,
away.
fuck you. I put it in.
Oh,
97!
okay.
I'm gonna fucking kill
Okay.
myself.
With a 97, you...
She punished
okay.
me for being stingy.
With a 97, you drop the mint into the bowl, and it hits the other mint and knocks both of them out of the bowl and onto the floor, and you are not baned anymore.
Okay.
It's just
Holy shit.
Kovak is going back to the fucking provider room. You guys
Yeah.
are insane. What am I looking at?
Not- You see a room with several trees, some bearing fruit. The entire room is covered wall to wall, floor to ceiling in moss. And you
What
can
fruit am I
also
looking
see-
at?
Huh?
What fruit am I looking at? What fruit is there from these trees? Give me banana. Give me banana.
You grab a banana.
I grab a bunch of bananas. I grab multiple banana.
How
Not
many
one banana.
bananas?
I grab
How many
4
bananas?
banana.
4 banana? 4 banana.
4 banana. Okay, actually, wait, no, hang on.
And I grab 2 banana.
I grab 8 banana.
Grab 8 banana. You grab 8
Wait,
banana.
what did you just fucking roll?
8 banana. And
I have 4 banana.
You grab banana.
And then Kovak very gently plays a game of like stack 'em. Jenga, that's the one. With the 8 bananas to try to like stack them on top of one another in this weird precarious situation on top of the pedestal.
Okay,
What are
roll another
those?
D100.
I'm
That's
gonna
That
die.
there's banana.
So you get above
Oh
a
my
50.
god.
Okay.
Okay, you are no longer baned and you hear a clicking noise.
Oh, and then Kovak's going to is going to just just raise his hands and say thank you so much, and just go
You
for the
feel
door.
of any of the gods to ask forgiveness of in this room, the provider is the only one.
Oh, thank fuck! Right.
Really?
Now we.
Really? I'm so sorry. Really quick, what is this?
It's a
It's
little
right
well.
in front of me.
It's a little well.
Oh, it's a little... Well.
Well,
I'm
oh my
sorry.
god.
well. Actually,
The-
Cassian just looks at it, puts their hand on their hips, and just goes, well. And then
I'm
looks
gonna
around
kill
and
you.
realizes they're on their own, and then they just sort of like giggle to themselves as they leave.
Where are you? Where are you? I need to roll an attack roll on you. Where are you?
Do it.
No, but okay. Third time is the charm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kovak's going to try to open the door.
You pull the handle forward and you feel the door go forward. It go click, 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 and then the door opens.
Kovak is about to
Yeah.
fucking pass out. Oh. All right. What am I looking at here, Dust?
You immediately see a stairwell, broken, disheveled, and old, descending into darkness.
Oh, but I have dark vision.
You do have dark vision.
We all
We
have
all
vision,
have
I
dark
think.
vision.
All of you have
Yeah.
dark vision.
Okay, well then down we go, and he precariously like steps over. He kind of actually bridges over a little for the smaller two in case they don't feel comfortable trying to jump it themselves.
Crackletooth is very comfortable trying to jump because she will definitely make it.
God,
It's
Roll an
very good that
acrobatics
Kovak
check,
is there.
Craggletooth.
Oh no.
Like I said, it's very good. You said acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatics.
yes.
Oh, we're fine.
Okay,
Oh wow, that
Oh,
was
yeah, you're
almost
so
real
fine.
bad. Yeah, you're able to make it across just fine.
and then Kovak's gonna do the same thing here, sort of bridge across for the smaller folk.
Do you close the door, by the way?
Yes, I think that's a
Yeah?
good idea.
Yeah. You guys
Yeah.
can't close it. I had to close it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we closed the door. Absolutely.
Good thing we did that, I think, and yeah, it's still gonna sort of bridge for these the other two, in case they want to use that, and they want to fucking jump across like madmen.
Crackletooth is a mad woman.
Oh god.
There's another acrobatics for you.
But you all will begin descending down the staircase beneath the cathedral, and that is where we will end the session for today.
Nice.
I'm very
Yo.
surprised that you did not talk to the priest of Geisen.
That's what I was fucking thinking, and then these three overruled me, and I'm like, okay.
That guy.
Well,
Listen, you know
Bonnier.
where you accidentally like select something, like you're in the middle of a game where you're trying to like look at everything, but you accidentally progress through the cutscene and then you can't go back and do the other thing.
I made this puzzle, and I was like, here's how this is gonna go. They're gonna talk to the priest of Geisen, and then the priest of Geisen is gonna ask them to talk to Freyed, and then Freyed will give them a hint that there's a puzzle here. And you guys walked in and just did the fucking puzzle. And I was like, oh, okay.
No, it's like when you finish a side quest when you find a side quest, you're like, oh, this is so interesting, and then you meet another person later on, and they're like, if only this side quest could be finished, and then you're like, oh, you mean the thing I already did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that.
always a fun thing.
Like, I was genuinely half expecting that you guys were gonna just do all three without talking to anybody. And then you were just gonna come back later, and Freyed would be like, do this thing for me, and I'll get you this thing, and they're like, oh, this? Sure.
I am so glad that I am no longer baned, dude. It was gonna be the poisoned effect from second session all over again.
Oh, no.
I'm so glad that I didn't get below. I'm so glad I rolled a 12 instead of a 10.
Oh,
I
huge.
just.
But
Oh my god.
Craggle was trying, my man.
Rago was doing their best. You're doing great, but
You're all doing great.
okay. So at least we're still on the right track? Question mark. We're not completely off kilter yet.
Yeah. I will tell you, by the way, Craggletooth's I rolled to see if it would work, because those are things that could potentially work. Kovacs was to see if he would get baned, because gold would never work.
Yeah.
And that was the
Yeah.
same
Banana.
with Mop.
And then the bananas would have obviously worked because you
Yes.
didn't specify a DC.
No. That was just to
Okay.
see if you would get unbaned.
Oh, thank goodness I got unbaned, dude. Oh, I felt sick. It was just like, this is gonna be session 2 all fucking over again. But, yeah. Yeah, we're all good. Okay. Maybe I can't wait to fight some horrible eldritch demon down here that Massidy
hell
locked
yeah.
in here or something.
Oh.
But yeah,
Stairs to the basement.
so right, though.
I suppose we'll have to find out next week.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Lack of Love.
And yeah, thank you guys for playing with me. This was really fun for me. I think
So much
came to
fun.
watch. I got like honestly like 3 or 4 messages that were like, "Do you want to buy viewers?" And I was like, okay. But no, I really appreciate it. This is really fun. I'm excited for next week. With the full party next week. Full party!
Yeah!
Full party!
Yeah!
The four of us are down here and Amaya's having a fucking beach episode. It's just
Yeah.
like, where are they?
I think that's also. I think school's starting next week too.
Oh my
Oh
God,
god, I
so.
forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't have school. Get
Not
gone.
my problem.
I don't either.
I don't
I
either.
don't either.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Yeah!
Sorry, Sam.
I point at the Australian and I laugh.
I start crying violently.
What day is it today?
Oh no.
It's Sunday.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Fuck you. What do you mean?
Wait. Wait a minute. No, it's not.
What do you mean by that? Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Ozzy.
That's your mama. Okay, your mama.
I have to go to the fucking grocery store. Wrap it up!
Alright, good night. Castle.
Kidding.
All right. I'm ending the stream. Thank you guys. Bye.